A number of people in the Republican world has increased their support for Putin. It's gone from 16% support favorable to 25%. Maybe the base is moving with Trump and not with Republican Party views or values of the past. Your thoughts, Mika?
So we've seen this before, and actually during the election we saw that Putin was more popular with Republicans than Mitch McConnell. But one of the things that we saw that really changed Republican favorability on Putin was the selection of Donald Trump as the nominee. So it wasn't about Democrats switching after the election when they realized we had been hacked, but Republicans following their nominee into this view, this love fest with Putin.
Natasha, what's going on? Is this president so capable of leadership in this weird way that he can move a party from free trade to protectionism, from fiscal responsibility to huge deficits? Any issue, can he move them to liking the Russian autocrat, the dictator? It seems he's moving them that way. Republicans that used to be patriotically opposed to communism and Russian autocracy seem to be slithering over to the Trump side.
Well, the party as a whole may not like it, but the party has shown a willingness to go where the base goes. And right now, Trump has really, he understands the power of repetition. And he's been saying over and over and over again that this is a witch hunt, that Russia has to be our friend. And of course, at a rally a few weeks ago, he said, Putin is KGB, Putin is fine, we're all fine people. So he's really trying to convince his base that there is nothing to see here and that he can be friends with Vladimir Putin in a way that no other president before him has been able to get along with the Russian president. And he sees that as a strength. And as a result, his base sees that as a strength. They see it also as a way to kind of get back at all of the critics who doubt that the president can actually do it. Now, of course, the more nefarious reading is that they see that the Russians helped President Trump and the GOP win the 2016 election, and they would be fine with the Russians doing it again this time around.
Unbelievable. When President Trump wasn't busy blaming the U.S. or defending Russia during his press conference with Putin, the president did discuss areas where he thought the U.S. and Russia could work together. Let's listen.
The crisis in Syria is a complex one. Cooperation between our two countries has the potential to save hundreds of thousands of lives. I also made clear that the United States will not allow Iran to benefit from our successful campaign against ISIS.
Gene, is there even a soupçon of hope that they're going to reach some arrangement between these two presidents, these two bullies, if you will, to bully the situation in the Middle East to the advantage of anybody who wants peace there? Can they get a disengagement between the Iranian forces on the border with Israel and the Israeli forces and calm things down, do you think?
Well, they're certainly not they can't do any agreement that's really in the best interest of the United States. I mean, you know, look, Putin supports the Assad regime, and so does Iran. And so that's the situation. And in fact, Putin is working in many ways against U.S. interests in Syria and will continue to do so. And Trump goes along. Now, you could argue that it's better to let the Soviets do, the Russians do the dirty work there than lose American lives there. But the end result is not in the U.S. best interest. We want Assad gone, and Putin doesn't.
Let me go to Mika and Natasha again, twin up here. The question is, Trump looks like he's running for re-election, he said today, and he apparently acting like, and maybe he's right now, 2 years before the election, 3 years out of the election, he doesn't see somebody that can beat him. He's pounding his chest in delight. I can beat anybody out there. What do you make of that?
Well, he's always boasted and said his electoral chances are better than anyone else's. He claims that he won the election when he actually lost the popular vote. He says that his crowds are bigger than Obama's, and they weren't. And so I think he does have a problem with math. And I think it's a little early to know who on the Democratic side will be running for president. We have so many candidates who are eager to get into this, and every single one of them will be more competent and less likely to suck up to Putin than President Trump.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.